The Files, Part 5. In my last video, we left off in the 90s, and that will be the completion of Jeff's early life. I have given you a brief outline of exactly the type of person that we are talking about. Now, we get to the early 2000s, where the emails begin. As a lot of you may know, email communications are the main things we have as evidence in the Epstein files. Now, I will read you emails from the files directly, as well as giving you some context about Jeff's life during the time period the emails are from. I think that this is the best way to connect dots, as well as keep everything in a chronological order, making it easier to see the full picture. As I'm sure everyone knows, the redactions in these files make it incredibly hard to see the full picture. But we're going to do our best. So let's look at these. For context, the first allegations against Jeff came in March of 2005. A parent reported him to the police for paying her 14-year-old stepdaughter for an encounter of a sexual nature. I have to be careful what I say here on TikTok, but it is believed that this sexual encounter did include penetration. The investigation for this crime would reveal dozens of underage girls, all of them who suffered sexual abuse at Jeff's hands. He would appear before a grand jury in 2008, but we wouldn't know about it until 2024. During this appearance before the grand jury during 2007 and 2008, Jeff got a sweetheart deal. He pled guilty to procuring a person under the age of 18 for prostitution and solicitation of prostitution. He received just 13 months in Palm Beach County Jail, although he was allowed to leave for work. He got up to 12 hours a day out of his cell for work purposes, which is basically a whole day. All of this for SAing a 14-year-old girl. The files, however, give us an insight into just how bad this actually was, or what the investigation found. An investigation that was largely covered by our grand jury. I am now going to read a few of those emails for you. From Redacted, sent Thursday, January 31st, 2008. To Redacted. Subject is Epstein. Hi, Redacted. We just finished interviewing three of the girls. I wish you could have been there to see how much this affected them. One girl broke down sobbing, so that we had to stop the interview twice within a 20-minute span. She regained her composure enough to continue for a short time, but she said that she was having nightmares about Epstein coming after her, and she started to break down again, so we stopped the interview. The second girl, who has a baby girl of her own, told us that she was very upset about the 18 months deal she had read about in the paper. She said that 18 months was nothing, and she had heard the girls could get restitution, but she would rather not get any money and have Epstein spend a significant amount of time in jail. The FBI's Victim Witness Coordinator attended, and she has arranged for counseling for several of the girls. Please reach out to Redacted to make her decision. These girls deserve so much better than they have received so far, and I hate feeling that there is nothing I can do to help them. We have 4 more girls coming in tomorrow. Can I persuade you to attend? The rest is redacted. I got these directly from the DOJ website, and as I was scrolling, I noticed that the reason there are so many pages is because of how many duplicates there are. I'm sure that this is an attempt to further bury the truth, as well as overwhelm anyone who would want to pick through the evidence. This email that I just read to you had many duplicates afterward, and the few that I am about to read are really the only ones that I could find that weren't duplicated. So, here it goes. This email is from Wednesday, March 19th, 2008. The from and the to is redacted. The subject is a reply to Epstein update. Quote, "Why is this allowed to continue? At least put us out of our misery quickly, if that is what is going to happen." End quote. The reply reads, quote, "Hi, redacted. I am hoping that you have an update from redacted. I wanted to fill you in on recent events. Yesterday, we did the first half of the grand jury presentation on the indictment. Many of the grand jurors expressed thanks for the return. After a break, as I walked into the room, I overheard one juror telling another that he had been concerned that we were going to, quote, whitewash, end quote, this case and not charge it. Jeff's lawyers, it does not say Jeff, it says Epstein's, but I'm trying to not say that so many times, are using the civil lawsuits as an excuse to harass a number of the victims. One girl, who is a scholarship student at a local university, was hauled to the Dean of Students' office to be served with a subpoena for a deposition. It is scheduled for Monday. A national crime victims organization has received a grant from the Justice Department to provide legal representation to the victims. They have agreed to provide counsel for our victims. The only problem is that the lawyers are located in Maryland, but they will try to find pro bono lawyers here to help out. I also told Redacted that one of our victims tried to commit suicide last week. The FBI's victim witness coordinator is doing her best to get counseling for all of our needy victims, but I just can't stress enough how important it is for these girls to have a resolution in this case. The, quote, "please be patient" answer, end quote, is really wearing thin, especially when Epstein's group is still on the attack, while we are forced to wait on the sidelines. Your guidance is needed. Thank you. Redacted. End quote. In the next following videos, there are some points that I will be touching on that I'd like to share with you now. It's all from this same time period, or shortly thereafter, We will talk about the World Economic Forum, as well as Jeff's disdain for humanity. And we will also talk about his girlfriend, Karina Shuliak. And I will provide emails on those as well. The emails that I have pictured, I will make another video in conjunction with this one, reading those to you. Thank you for your time.